up?
All right, it's the Rundown, brought to you by Body Armor. Body Armor is the #1 sports drink on the market.
Yep.
Forget all those other ones you grew up with. That shit is old hat. We are officially a Body Armor company, all of us here. I'm drinking the Octagon Orange. They got strawberry banana. They got all sorts of flavors, packed with electrolytes. It's flavorful. It's good for you. Natural. Coconut water's in it.
Oh, yeah.
Marty, what do you think of coconut water?
No coconuts, but I like that coconut.
Nice recovery.
Yeah, that was good.
Pretty good.
Can I actually have something? I feel like shit and I look like shit.
There you
After
go.
Memorial Day,
Dude.
I'm sunburnt. I need a haircut.
You have such a clear line on
see, yeah.
Like if you see.
I just sat outside like this.
Yeah.
When we played
top of the
golf
head
in
didn't do so good
golf in
either.
California. I didn't get burnt at all. Then I went back to Iowa and I just sat on a porch and I sat like this.
cooked.
And it just if I took my shirt off, it looks like I just have 2 festive red sleeves on my arms. This is all white and then sleeves.
That's what you need. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
replenish.
got
After Memorial Day weekend, you're hungover, you're sunburned, you're dehydrated, your legs hurt. Get yourself some Body Armor. We start off, obviously, this is Marty Mush's debut on the chair, at least. You're usually over there. We got Big Ev on the mic.
How the hell are you?
Marty Mush is here. So usually the way these things go is I'll just pose the questions and we'll just let Marty's brain do what it does.
100%.
We were doing it before the show.
We were.
Yeah,
We were
right.
talking natural
We'll get to
disasters.
natural disasters for the after show. I told everyone to shut the fuck up because it was too good. This was news from yesterday. Jon Snow, Kit Harington, needed to check into rehab because of his character in the end of Game of Thrones.
Is that what
You know who
it
needs to check
actually
into
is?
fucking rehab because of Game of Thrones? Us.
'Cause it
the
stunk.
viewers, me. The fucking 7 or 8 weeks I was doing dumbass podcasts on that stupid fucking show. I need rehab. I need detox. Not you, Kit Harington. Fucking heartthrob, sex icon, little midget guy running around fucking beautiful girls, marrying egret, making money. Like, get out of here, fucking.
Did you see his reaction to on the last watch of him?
That was. Guess what, guys? Everyone's freaking out about that. He's an actor.
That's
You're
true.
right.
He's a fucking actor.
What did they say the rehab was for? It was just like, I need like a break. Like, we all need a break.
Yeah, they
I
said
would love a
he,
break.
he like got so deep into the
Just in
character.
general?
attached. Yeah, I need a break from this shit. I'm going to rehab for fucking Barstool. That's a better story than being a rehab for Jon Snow.
This is why I don't watch the show. It would cause
Well,
me
you're
to
also
go.
too-
This is why
Exactly.
you don't watch. Yeah. Okay.
If my mind had to process all of this at this moment, I'd be in rehab myself because this is too much. Everyone's been talking about it. It's crazy.
I'm a pretty big, you know, when people think that just because you're rich, you're famous, you can't have any problems. I hate that.
Yeah.
That's
no.
stupid.
There's definitely
But
problems.
this is a bit much.
Is it actually his character, or was it like drugs and shit?
That's another
There's
thing too.
gotta
It's
be,
like maybe Kit Harington, he's partying with LeBron James Jr. and he
Yeah.
needs a detox.
Yeah.
That might be true, but if it is this whole like I was so attached to my character that I got mentally like fucked or some shit
I don't
like
like that.
I don't like that either.
You know what that is?
Maybe-
dude? You know what that's called? Going on vacation.
Yeah.
You got a stressful period of time at work and you go on vacation. Shut up with his rehab.
Maybe they're trying to turn the tides on the perception of the show.
Oh,
maybe
I will
feel
say-
a little like, oh man, maybe stop giving these guys such a hard time.
when
It's
I
really
watched
making them go through
that
it.
show, that
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was like,
You
wow.
did?
I was like, these guys put so much into this. You see them, they're like in the freezing cold, and they're shooting like a zillion hours, and
You know
and
what?
they, you know, it actually does look pretty cool. And I was like, well, I feel bad for just completely shitting on their entire like art.
I was on the History Channel. Let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
They put me out in the March cold with a T-shirt on.
Wait.
Was
Oh,
I
I thought
kidding?
you meant you were watching the History Channel.
Oh, I was in
You
it.
were on it.
Okay.
It was
What show?
it was like the backstory, like the real story of Stranger Things. Like I was kidnapped and making it into a robot and shit.
What is
Like,
You were
happening
gonna need
right
to
now?
do a much better job of explaining this.
What's happening?
So you were on
You
the
were-
History Channel.
Yes.
On what show?
It was I know what it's called, but it's just everything about the Stranger
say it
Things.
out loud?
I'm trying to remember it right now.
So
We call that not knowing.
I'll show
on
you.
the
It's on my
History Channel-
Instagram.
On the History Channel, a show that is typically about real life things, you were reenacting real life Stranger Things?
Like
Which
they're
is a
supposedly,
fictional show
supposedly
with
our
monsters.
government
Okay.
took kids and like molded
Got
them
it.
into like
I believe
11.
that. I
No,
believe
I
that.
agree.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe
yeah.
it, too.
Okay,
It's
okay.
in Montauk. So it's a Montauk like Chronicles.
Oh,
or
so that
some
is
shit.
literally what the, isn't that what like Stranger Things is?
Is
That's
it?
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
like legit it. And
Got
I
it.
was it. I was shivering and shit. I had mud on me. I fucking went into real character.
How old were you?
I'm not in rehab.
Yeah. Look at Marty Mush.
you're doing
he stands
great, my guy.
before you,
Yeah.
a man who never even needed rehab.
Nope.
Yeah.
How
It
old
was,
are you?
21.
Oh, wow.
I thought I was
So-
going into a
I
porn.
thought it was like a child actor
So did I. I was
situation.
going to ask
No.
if you, like, what else you've been in. How the fuck did you end up in House of Cards and this? Were you trying to be an actor?
I've watched Entourage and Fake It Till You Make It. My resume was unbelievable.
Can you?
Nothing was.
Do you have
on
an
it.
IMDb page?
No.
Okay.
I don't know actually.
You have a
Can
SAG
look?
card?
No,
Yeah.
you don't want to go into SAG.
Oh.
You don't
Why
want
they
to.
take cut of your shit?
Yes, yeah, then you have to only do union stuff. You want to be a free baller.
Got it.
When I went into this thing, I thought I was actually, it was a porno because the door was open into a hotel, and it was just 2 people in there.
That's how you end up getting fucked on camera.
Yeah, I was there already. I was going to do whatever it took,
Yep.
you know?
You gotta, you
Gotta
gotta
get
to the
wherever.
craft.
do what you gotta do.
Fucking Marty Day-Lewis over here, just getting into that method
Yeah, but
acting.
you got out fine. You're not in rehab or
It
nothing.
was so cold.
If
I
Marty
was
can stand there
shivering.
covered in mud in the March cold and not go to rehab, Kit Harington can suck my dick.
I got to show you the video.
Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
let's
Pull
edit
up
that
and-
in.
Yeah.
Jeopardy right now. It's almost impossible to break the big James, Jeopardy James news cycle, but we're talking about someone else today, the creepiest character ever on Jeopardy. This chick, boy, does she suck. During her little anecdote in between commercials, she explained how she was most likely to take over the world. And she did this like Mr. Burns thing, like Dr. Claw, talking about how she's so powerful and power hungry. I mean, those people, man, they need to just understand. Like your anecdote should be like, one time I got like straight A's in high school, and because I'm a Jeopardy person. Like, next person.
I hate the anecdotes.
They make me want to crawl out of my skin.
I live with Bob Fox, and we watch a lot of Jeopardy, and we make sure to have conversations when the anecdotes are happening. They give me like secondhand
Here you go.
embarrassment.
What would yours be?
I would do the big baby from Iowa.
That's a great one.
Because I use that. I would use that like when you go around in class, like say something about yourself. Hey, I'm Trent. I'm this and that, and I was the biggest baby in Cedar Rapids.
I would tell
Gets
people
the
that
people
David
going.
Ortiz told me to take a wiffle ball bat out of my asshole.
Okay.
Now, I mean, this is
Yeah, well,
what would
mine-
you
What
say?
would you use the Montauk
Well,
thing?
first of all, I'm trying to go to Ev this entire time saying anecdote, and you're not telling me what it was, but is that just
It's like a little tale. Like a
Oh,
little,
no, that's
a little, a short
mine
little story.
definitely is when Kevin Spacey told me how I peel my bananas. That was just, and I was telling everybody, tell them to peel bananas after.
What? Does he do like how the monkeys do it? They actually do
Yeah,
it from the
behind.
bottom
And
to
I
the
said,
top.
get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here, and then he
Well,
did it
Kevin
as well.
Spacey
There's no
likes to do it
strings
from behind.
attached. Yeah. And then
Did
I
you get
was-
groped by Kevin Spacey?
He did touch my shoulders,
Okay.
and I did not like it. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, I was literally telling people you got to peel it just like Kevin, and then he was touching rats, and it was not good.
Second half of the rundown is brought to you by PointsBet. So, what are you betting these days, Marty?
WNBA last night, the Sun won by 11. What a fucking game. The fourth quarter, they scored about 9 points. It doesn't matter. The Sun I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. I'm texting Glenny for his login at the last minute. It's great. And it's just Mexican baseball, because real baseball's so tough right now.
Why?
Everything's so hard. Like
By the way, anybody who's betting like first inning no runs, baseball unders is insane.
We have
Everybody's
one,
hitting
We're
home
on
runs.
the,
Just
yeah.
bet all the overs and you're going to keep winning money.
I'm like
It's
not.
the most exhilarating bet in sports.
It is.
The first
I'm
thing.
not a gambler, but we have a group
Scoring
text
or
with
not
like,
scoring?
Either or.
Okay.
Exhilarated.
I do no scoring, and we're on this big group text. A bunch of us. There's like 15 of us, and we're always talking about it. I don't bet, but that's the most exciting bets.
I just feel like
Yes.
everybody's blasting home runs, balls are juiced. I think humans are juiced. I think runs are going to be up everywhere. I think in the long run, if you bet on runs this season, you're going to come out ahead.
It's just thing about baseball. It's like you could have like Kershaw against some schlep, and that some schlep just wins, and you take Kershaw minus 260, and you lose your whole week like that.
Baseball's stupid.
That's why
I mean,
baseball's
baseball is the
worst.
dumbest sport in the world. It drives me fucking insane.
Yeah.
in terms
I
of
hate it.
gambling, definitely.
Gambling on it is crazy.
I know.
But you guys are, I mean,
That's what that's all I do. I don't know what else to do with my life.
but you sign up with code Barstool and you get $50 in bonus bets when you deposit just $5.
watching
So
it.
sign up at PointsBet now. Put up $5,
what I
they'll
did.
give you 50. No turnover required on the $50 bonus. It's New Jersey's premium sports book. Go to PointsBet, use the promo code Barstool, and get a $50 bonus.
I just saw that video of Marty Mush on the History Channel. It is
I'll do it real
hilarious.
quick. I do a real quick
Yeah,
little fucking.
this is great. We'll put it in there.
Right there.
Do you see him?
You wait again. My suck bag face comes up. 1 sec. Oh, look, this is in the March cold. It's cold as shit.
There you are.
Yep.
The way that they flashed the light on
He's
his
like,
face in that,
I look
in
pretty
the,
good.
in the shadow, that was something.
You weren't
know.
kidding. You
Where
weren't
did you go
kidding at all.
wrong, man? Why are you here? You should be in Hollywood.
No, I can't speak.
No, that's true.
This is like I
You
don't
definitely would
remember-
not be able to like memorize lines and shit.
No, that's the problem.
Imagine
yeah.
like Marty has to deliver like a big romantic speech and he's just like, your mother's ass.
Monologue.
Yeah.
Remember my ad?
Like
my
some
ad read?
Shakespeare, like
took you 45 minutes to do an ad read.
to
3
rat
lines.
or not to rat.
Couldn't
Yeah.
do it. It's just whatever's
You're
on
in the right
mind.
place. You're in the right place. Man.
Yeah,
You're in the
thank
right
God.
place.
I can't. Where else would I be?
The Bunny Ranch in Las Vegas. Do you know the Bunny Ranch? I feel like you're a little too young. How
No,
old are
I
you?
know the Bunny. I have the Playboy channel.
I had the Spice Channel. My grandma had the Spice
I
Channel.
had, staticky Spice Channel. You just like you see a boob, you see.
That's,
dick
I
pop
like
out.
that though. That's like you
That's
have to
you earned
work.
it.
You have to
earned
work for
it.
your tip.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've always said, Marty, that we are. How old are you again, though? You didn't answer.
25.
So you're too young. But my age is the last generation that we had to work for porn.
Like what? Like how?
Like buffering.
Before the internet,
10
yeah.
seconds clips.
LimeWire,
and
Napster.
Fucking magazines.
You'd start-
scrambled porn. You came out of the womb watching like double anal.
Yeah,
You know
we
what
used
I
to
mean?
do. We'd
UGs.com.
start like a Napster LimeWire download of
Yes.
some porn.
You go to
started
school.
before school,
Yeah.
come back and be like 34% done, and you just make do.
Or
with
it finishes and it's like not really the porn. Like it's
Yeah.
like a fake.
some guy
So
promoting
yeah, we
something
had
else.
to earn it. And the Bunny Ranch was one of those things we watched on HBO.
Yep.
And if you watched it and you knew this, you know the guy, the Bunny Ranch guy. I don't even know his name though.
Dennis.
Something. Dennis. Yeah.
Dennis
Hof.
Hof.
And
Caleb Barone got
allegedly,
the last live interview with him
was
Yeah,
that
on their
true.
for their
Right,
travel
right
show.
before he died, right?
Yep, he did
well,
die.
now, slandering this dead guy, Lamar Odom says that he tried to poison him back in 2015. Now, let me just blast a hole right through this fucking theory.
Yeah,
Lamar Odom has to be the greatest Bunny Ranch customer ever.
definitely.
Yes.
I mean,
100%.
he probably kept the
Is
lights
that
on
the
at
one
that
where
joint.
is that? Did he? Was it at the Bunny Ranch where he OD'd
Yeah.
on like natural boner pills?
It was
And
only-
then
Dennis Hof,
almost
he owned like 6 of the highest,
Yeah.
highest ones.
I mean,
like
he's
big
got to be
ones.
the best whore and drug customer ever.
He also
Why would you
Dennis
kill
Hof
him?
won a Nevada primary.
You also need to know what you're
I
going.
mean,
like
he knows the scene.
You're going into a Bunny Ranch. It's almost like you're going into like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, don't drink what someone gives
Yeah,
you. You gotta be
like-
head on a
That's
swivel.
like
just-
you know what you're getting.
Lamar Odom's just making an excuse for his own behavior, and he can pin it on a dead guy because the dead guy can't say anything
Which
about
I
it.
don't.
Guess what, Lamar? Like you poisoned
mind.
yourself, dude.
I don't
Yeah.
really mind that blaming the dead guy though.
You
It's
think
kind
that's-
of like, what's he gonna say?
I've always thought,
but-
when I do like when my grandma died, I can't hand my paper in school.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, that's bad karma. Like my grandma is down for that. My
Yeah,
grandma
yeah.
would be like,
She's
yes,
trying to help
anything
you.
to help my baby boy. Like you need to use me as an
But-
excuse. If I'm dead and you guys can use me as an excuse, go for it.
But Dennis Hof is incredibly popular. It's like the wrong
One of
guy
the Nevada
to
primary.
pin on. Like nobody's gonna be like, yeah, I knew he was
True.
a scummy. This guy.
True.
People love him so much that people are gonna turn it back on Lamar and be like,
Yeah, I'll
you were doing
believe-
this was self-destructive behavior.
I would believe him over Lamar. Yeah.
I just keep thinking about Lamar Odom's calves from Johnny Drama.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could. It's just brothel and calves. That's it.
He's been
What
in
a
the
life.
news a lot. He had that. He talked about putting on a big rubber dick to pass the Olympic
You didn't
piss
have to-
test.
Oh, you did the
didn't have to
Wizinator?
I can do that.
You didn't have to.
I can do that.
You just said rubber dick. You didn't have
Rubber.
to.
It was like a
problem?
big black
He's
rubber
letting you know where
dick.
it is.
Yeah. You
Like
don't.
the dick
like
is,
an
Marty.
OG Mudbone.
I don't know.
Oh,
What that,
yeah.
I don't know what that is.
OG Mudbone.
You don't know Bud Bar?
No.
What are you, prude? What are you, fucking gay?
Is Lamar Odom? Is this just another story from his book? He's just trying to. He's trying to sell
Probably,
more
yeah.
books.
Yeah, I mean,
Pin it on a dead guy. Not a bad strategy. I would
really
agree with
not a
that.
bad
also, like, pretty good story. Like, I was almost poisoned to death. Like, I'm interested. I'm not gonna buy the book, but I'd like to read like a couple pages.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get a chapter.
Like, how did was it? Was it a drink? Was it in food? Was it like, I
in
don't know.
someone's puss? That's probably where
Did
it
you
was.
poison a pussy?
You put a poison in. You just poison the pussy.
But then you would probably kill the pussy too, like the person with the pussy.
No, you gotta ingest it.
You.
But
eat
you
it.
do still absorb it. In
Whoever
the pussy.
gets the fucking poison in them to get fucked by Lamar.
It's like
is gonna
guys who
die.
they put like chaw on their toes.
The hockey guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Your body
between
has-
the toes is the move.
Absorbent's
That's how you
crazy
do heroin
shit.
and don't
Yeah.
show tracks.
It's like evaporation.
Right. No track marks.
Just like evaporation. Nuts.
It just goes
Just
away.
in general,
It's
evaporation
just like
blows your
what?
mind.
It's just gone. It was there and it's gone. Absorbed.
Absorbed.
Wow.
Speaking of absorbed, you got your sunburn from the UV rays
bad.
of the sun.
It's so
You got to
bad.
block out the UV rays with your eyes with your MVMT sunglasses. You got watches, you got sunglasses, you got accessories, everything over at Movement Watches. We've been working with them for years now. They've supported every single podcast, every single video, so you got to do the same and support them back. Go buy a pair of shades. I got the, I don't remember the name of them, but they're like translucent like frames with like purple, like bright blue purple frames.
Stunner.
Lenses. They're dope.
Love a good
Yeah.
Very
purple.
cool.
A lot
You'll
of
see them. They're
people-
like
I
the
see a
first
lot
one
of
when you
people
go on the
have
website. The first one,
A
top
lot of
left.
people
You'll
have
see.
these.
I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding. I see a lot of my friends have them, just like rocking them all the time.
Yeah, no, I mean they're good, and the watches are good too. They have different frames, different faces, different bands, different colors, different materials. It's awesome. Right now, use the promo code or go to mvmt.com/rundown. Get 15% off, plus free shipping and free returns. It's mvmt.com/rundown. We got CJ McCollum versus Skip Bayless.
Okay.
Our guy CJ McCollum just fed up with the Skip Bayless bullshit. Skip has been talking shit about him. Then he spelled his name wrong in a tweet. McCollum quote tweeted it, spelled out his name correctly, said if you're going to trash me, at least get the name right. Then CJ retweeted the famous clip of Jalen Rose exposing Skip Bayless, saying he averaged 1.4 points per game his senior year. Then Rich Eisen jumps into CJ McCollum's tweets and says, listen, don't pay any attention to this fucking troll. Here's how it happens. They trash you, then you respond, then they use that response as bait to get you to come on their show, and Skip walks right into it and says, hey, CJ, feel free to come on our show anytime. I'm actually a Skip Bayless guy. I think he's a brilliant troll. Like, I don't believe anything he says, but I think him and Stephen A. are masterful trolls, and they get paid a fuck ton of money because they move the needle. But I am a CJ McCollum guy, and so I feel like I have to side with him on this one.
I have a hard time putting myself in the shoes of these guys because if I was at their level getting paid that much money, I feel like I would ignore it. I say that as a person who's not in their shoes. Like when I look at Kevin Durant, he responds, he makes burner accounts, he freaks out about everything that people say. So why do they do this though? Are they not aware that Skip Bayless, like we're obviously on the internet all day, every day. We understand what Skip Bayless is doing, who he is, how he's built this empire of whatever. Do these guys just not realize that and they see this and like he's being genuine, I gotta fucking fire back?
Well, I go back and forth because like I said earlier in the show, like just because you're rich or successful doesn't mean that you can't be like affected by something. And I also like when people tell me like don't punch down when I make fun of like another blog or something, fuck that. If I want to punch down, I'm gonna punch down.
Yeah.
Like if someone's talking shit and I want to respond, then like that's what's gonna happen.
I think Skip Bayless is different though. Skip Bayless, he's not genuine. These guys, they don't realize that he's not genuine.
It's like getting mad at like a scripted character.
Yes.
You know, it's like, are you mad at Jon Snow? No. That's
well, you're mad at Jon Snow.
Yes.
Shit, bad example.
But that's why I'm impartial on this, because I like seeing like CJ McCollum being like an actual human being, and like you see like them interacting on Twitter. Like I see a lot of athletes doing that, but it's also like you're just getting suckered into his shit.
That's the thing.
Why
Like
I feel
when
bad
CJ
for both
McCollum
sides.
said, "I'm trying, Jennifer," I thought that was very funny and very genuine.
Yeah.
When you see him basically falling victim to a plot, that like Skip Bayless is at home like this.
Yeah,
And that's when people say don't punch down because
like,
you're giving them the attention they want. But also sometimes if you want to just say fuck it and you want to roast Skip Bayless because he's talking shit.
That's why
it probably does just get to a point where this isn't like the first time Skip Bayless has fucked with CJ McCollum, so he's finally like, all right, I'm gonna actually do it now. I'm fed up.
Well, you know Skip, when he gets something in his head, like that's it.
Yeah.
Like he'll talk about
he
it
keeps doing
forever.
that to Kawhi. He's been doing that to Kawhi for
I mean, that was crazy.
number 2. What does he call him? Number 2?
Yep.
Like that is weird.
Fuck.
By the way, I said this on radio the other day. It's not talked enough about that Kawhi Leonard's father was murdered.
I don't think I knew that.
Exactly.
I didn't know that either.
And he said like the reason why like his whole like perception of life shifted after his dad got murdered. So everyone's always joking around about how he's boring and shit. It's like, well, 'cause my dad got shot.
He's
in
got
cold
no
blood.
emotion.
He's just
for
like
it.
in
That's-
always kill mode.
It's a fair reason
Like,
to have no
shouldn't that be like
emotions.
the number one story whenever you're talking about Kawhi Leonard?
Like, yeah.
Like the most, this guy who was dealt the hardest hand is now the most successful.
He was
Like,
murdered?
murdered, shot dead.
Jesus.
Holy
Crazy.
shit.
I did not know that.
People should know.
Spreading the word. We're spreading the word.
I got you, Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard's dad.
Last topic of the day.
Being murdered.
Tim Tebow. Couple news and notes from Tim Tebow. First of all, he got rung up, caught looking in the minor leagues with a position player pitching.
Tough.
Give it up.
Give it up. He also, during a Mets-Yankees minor league brawl, the Syracuse Mets versus Scranton Yankees, where there's a brawl, which is pretty cool, by the way.
Yeah.
Can't believe that people get fired up enough about minor league ball. I'd be like, hey, listen, we're all just here to like try to make it. Who cares about what happens?
I don't want
on
to
this?
get punched in the face.
Yeah, but Tim Tebow's in there trying to break it up, probably like blessing people and talking about God and shit. Like, be one of the boys one time.
Just
throw a
throwing
bow.
holy water on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if he just like tossed an uppercut though. Come on, man. So I don't know. Give it up, like you said, though, right?
You have to give it up. I mean,
I didn't even know he
no,
was still
why-
playing baseball.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No idea.
But you know what? Why do you? Like, I don't know.
why? Because he's actually a pretty good like college football reporter.
But he's still doing that, no?
Is he? But who like? But
Yeah,
who
no, he
like?
does.
Just give up
He
what?
does?
Yeah, he does it,
Baseball.
like obviously during the season.
Take a fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't you just say? Wouldn't you like a break? This is his break. Get out of baseball. You're
I
not
don't think
good
Tim
at it.
Tebow wants a break. Tim Tebow
But
wants.
see, I think this is like his fucking release. I think this is his break. Like, I go play baseball.
But like, it's embarrassing. You're not good, and you're
Definitely
Tim
not good.
Tebow. It's like, oh, struck out again. But I don't think
by a
people
position
care.
player, no less.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Sometimes position players are harder to hit. Let me tell you, because when you're
Caught
up,
looking, Marty?
caught looking's tough. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you're just like, it's more in
The
your head.
expectations are set like I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
It's more in your head.
like,
If I
this
go
guy
you
did
have
down,
everything to
fuck.
lose.
Yeah.
They're throwing like 40 miles an hour.
It's a
but to
lose-lose
get
situation.
caught
It is a
looking-
lose-lose
Sad.
situation. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of situation like this where you get caught looking and now we're all making fun of you.
Exactly. But if it's
And if you
home
get a
run,
hit, you're like,
oh,
it's a
You're supposed
position
to-
player.
this fucking guy.
I actually, you swayed me on that one.
Yeah.
You really did.
Because I've been in this situation. It sucks. But he still sucks.
It would have been
How have
great
you
if
been
Tim
in that
Tebow had just
situation?
thrown a haymaker.
What?
How have you been in that situation?
Like I've just playing baseball my whole life. Like in college, we were killing them so bad. We're playing Yeshiva Maccabees.
You lost to the Jewish
No, we
kid
didn't
position
lose.
player?
We didn't
or
lose,
you
but
struck out?
I may have. It was 0-2 against me. I just leaned into one because I was.
I
so
was
scared.
thinking that.
Yeah, I leaned
Just like,
into
get me on base.
Yeah.
They're the nicest people in the world. I hit a
Jews?
double. Oh, nice hit, pal. I'm like,
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
Yeshiva's like, that doesn't surprise me.
The
one bit.
Maccabees are good tennis players, though.
I can see that.
Unbelievable tennis players.
Nothing would have made me happier than Tim Tebow throwing a haymaker.
Yeah, because I mean, by the way, he could fuck people up.
Dude, he's huge.
Who do you think would
does.
win in a street fight, Michael Vick or Tim Tebow?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick.
Probably.
Like,
Who do you think would win in a street fight, Allen Iverson or Yao Ming?
Allen Iverson.
he'd get so low on him, take out his knees. Tim
But all it
Tebow's
takes
got
is
good
one like
elbows.
hammer punch to the top
Yeah,
of the
but
head.
Yao Ming doesn't know what he's
Very
doing
frail
up there.
too.
He's
I feel
just,
like, I feel like if you hit like his
Did-
forearm would break.
Did somebody tell me that he weighs like 500 pounds?
No shot.
Does it?
No
I
shot. But he
swear to
probably
God,
does weigh more than you
but
think.
it's
'Cause he's
because
7'8".
But like the dimensions are off,
Yeah,
right? Like you
yeah.
just expect.
No, he's not 500, but he's probably like.
Like 350.
I was
mean,
gonna say
he's
like
thick.
3. Yeah.
He's 7'6" and he's thick.
Right.
Well, now especially that he's like.
I bet
probably-
he weighs 450.
I bet he could be
No
4.
way.
I could see 4
Bro,
maybe,
there's
close to it.
absolutely no
Look at
shot.
him.
He weighs 400 plus.
He is 7'6".
I'm gonna
like
give
the
him.
guy
I'm
was
gonna give him
saying.
300 flat.
I would say 300.
I bet he cracks 400.
No way.
Dude, it's
I think he could be close. I think it's
He's
realistic.
so
he could be
spread
close.
out. He's
Yao
so-
Ming, it's
he's
not
so
sumo
311.
wrestler.
But that's
400 is preposterous.
but that's not current weight. You don't know if that's current. They didn't weigh him this morning.
Oh, he gained
that's his-
100
bro,
pounds
By the
today?
way, I just looked up all these different weights. Minute Bowl was 201.
Right. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Manute Bol looks like a string bean.
Bro.
But if you,
Zaz 165.
I bet if you put Yao Ming on a scale right now, I bet it hits 400.
No way, man. Chuck Barkley just clocking in at 250. Maybe you're right.
But
if
here-
Chuck Barkley is 250, then Yao Ming might be 6.
If 311 is like the last time he weighed on an NBA team, we're definitely hitting 400.
Even just looking in the images, you
true.
see
That
the
is
dimensions
actually
of his face are so much skinnier when he was
Right.
playing.
Yeah, yeah.
He looks so fat now.
Yeah, he had like the skinny
could be
neck
close to
blockhead
400, I
look.
think.
Yeah.
I would love to know how much Yao Ming weighs right this second.
I love weight now. It's so fun to guess weight.
Yeah.
Really
Guess
is.
what? The pussy was only 11 pounds at birth.
Yeah.
I was 10.
I was 14.
Yeah, I was 10 flat.
Fat bastard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I came
I
out
could have
ass
swore I
backwards,
read
too.
somewhere Yao Ming's weight and it stunned me. And I think it was in the 400s.
I mean, you said 500.
I got a little carried away with that. I got excited about
Yao
the topic.
Ming weight, I'll put in 400 pounds. Let's see what we
Yeah,
got.
something's gonna come up because you just got to think about it rationally.
There's got to be nothing worse than like being like 7'2" and not
Not-
athletic at all.
yes.
Like, what do you do with
If
the
you're
rest?
not in the
Like,
NBA, you
not
just
even
gotta put a
7'2".
bullet.
I'd say like 6'8". It's like you're literally.
I got a buddy who's 6'5", and
You're
he's
big for
like,
nothing.
this
It's
sucks.
just like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like cars are uncomfortable, planes are uncomfortable, beds are uncomfortable, clothes are hard.
And people just
All
stare at you
nuisance.
like, oh, he maybe did something.
And they
but-
ask you, and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's
no.
like-
And he
No.
played. He grew late, so he played soccer growing up. He can play basketball, but it's like, why didn't you play in college? It's like, I didn't play basketball until I was like 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just you don't.
But
want
he
to be
also
that
just
tall.
like smashes tons of chicks. So
yeah.
you know,
So maybe it does.
So
work.
yeah,
it's
Yao
gonna
Ming-
be fried
Yao
for you
Ming-
or Jon Snow.
6'7's like where it's.
Yao Ming's definitely like 415 pounds.
You're gonna die on that fucking thing.
I will.
That's a
Even
good
if it's
rumor to
not
start.
true, even if it's not true, I'm just gonna say that it's true.
Did you guys hear? Yao Ming,
Have you guys
400
heard?
pounds.
Open it up at a party. You hear? He's 425 pounds.
That's the rundown.
That's the rundown.
So how about that weatherman?
The Bachelorette weatherman?
I want to talk about it really fast.
Yeah.
That bastard
Yeah.
has the biggest ego in the world.
It's also rainy. I was just checking social media. We have viewers complaining already. Just go back to the show. No, we're not going back to the show, folks. This is a dangerous situation, okay? It's nice, right? Think about this was your neighborhood. I'm sick and tired of people complaining about this. Our job here is to keep people safe, and that is what we're going to do. Some of you complain that this is all about my ego. Stop. Okay, just stop right now. It's not.
Right. If he has to say he doesn't have an ego, he has a giant ego.
Someone DM'd me was like, that guy's from my hometown. He couldn't have a bigger ego
Oh, yeah.
than that guy.
He walks into restaurants and expects the best table
No,
locally.
yeah. He's more important than fucking Cam on The Bachelorette.
Wait, are you guys still doing the rundown?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
I love the
I said
weather.
that's the rundown.
I love the weather.